Hi everyone. Just a warning, I can't talk too loud because my mother is sleeping right above me. It is Goddess Girl 2 here. It is November 13th, 2015. So happy Friday the 13th. I hope everyone is watching the Friday the 13th. I know I am. I'm watching Jason Lives. Anyways, that's not the point of this video for today. The point of this video today is we're talking about my feelings on General Hospital and how I feel and what I think about what's going on, because a lot of things have pissed me off. If you want to know my honest opinion, go to all my General Hospital Facebook group page. I'll try and put a link in the description. And please, when you sign up to go to my page, to my group page, and you ask me to add you, please don't add it unless you're going to comment and be active on the page. I'm not gonna delete you or anything, or say, since you're not active on the page and you don't comment, I'm kicking you off. I'm not gonna do that. But it just pisses me off that I have over 100 and some people on the group, and yet nobody will comment. I can see that you like the posts that I make, and you make time for that, and then I see that you've seen the post. So if you've seen it and have time to read it, and you like it and have time to like it, then you have time to comment. If you don't know what to say, just be like, I agree, or okay, or that's cool, or just give me your opinions if you don't agree, or if you agree, embellish more, say more about it, and why you agree, and whatever. Every time I bitch and complain about this on my page, you guys are like, oh, I'm sorry that I don't comment. I do read your posts, I just don't comment because I just don't have time, or I don't know what to say. If you have time to read my post, you have time to comment. Don't give me that bull crap excuse. Okay, with that said, let's get on to my rant. And yes, this is a rant video. Okay, you see this guy right here? You guys know him as Jake Doe, aka Jason Morgan with a different face. I've never once said that he's Jason. I'm always like, he's never going to be Jason in my eyes. He's always going to be Jake in my eyes, because Steve is the real Jason, and he always will be the real Jason, and da-da-da-da. But it still pisses me off that this bitch Elizabeth is, and I'm sick of the writers making Elizabeth not being this kind-hearted woman and telling the truth. All of a sudden they're like, no, we like the Elizabeth that first came into Port Charles smoking that cigarette and doing whatever it takes to get Lucky, because she thought Lucky was the cutest boy on the planet. And plus, when she was having this wedding, and every time something bad happens to her, she always talks about her grandma, Graham, or whatever, Hardy, or whatever her name is, about, she wrote her and saying, sorry I couldn't be at the wedding, blah, blah, blah. But, question, where's her brother, and where's her sister? Where's Sarah, and where's Steve? Those two, what happened to them? Why isn't Sarah writing to her and telling her, sorry I can't be at the wedding, blah, blah, blah? What the fudge? Anyways, she is the biggest bitch on the planet, because back when she first showed up on Port Charles, she would do anything to get Lucky. Sarah got Lucky, and she was like, oh, no, I want Lucky, and try to get Sarah to be with Nicholas so she could have Lucky all to herself. Now it's like, I want Jason. I'll do whatever it takes to get Jason. I'll lie to get Jason. I'll be rude to get Jason. I'll even lie to my kids for Jason. And yes, Jake knew the whole time that was his father, and he would call him Daddy. She's like, no, 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 honey. That is not your father. You misunderstood what I said. That is Jake. He's gonna be your father when you get married. And I'm like, why would you lie to your own son? Even this, when this all came about, that's Jason Morgan. And she finally says, okay, Jake, we want to tell you the truth. Jason, this is Jason Morgan, this is your father, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I knew it this whole time. It's like, that's a hypocrite right there. Elizabeth is just, I'm just glad they're finally showing all three kids instead of showing just Cam, but that's beside the point. I just don't understand why or how they were like, she was like, lying to everybody, being selfish she was even being selfish to Sam, who was grieving for him. And what really pissed me off was in yesterday's episode, when the writers had her be like, telling Patrick, hey, could you do me a favor and keep Sam away from Jason? I don't want her near Jason. I love Jason, and I want to be with Jason, and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what, selfish little bitch? Sam is married to Jason. Danny is Jason's son, and he will see his son, Danny, whenever he fucking wants. You have no right to tell his wife, who he doesn't remember as his wife, to tell his wife, to tell her, or to tell her current fiance, hey, keep your fiance away from my man. I'm like, excuse me, they're married and they have a kid together. How else is he supposed to see his kid? Hello, she has to be around. And I think it's just lame and stupid. And Danny knew from the start, so that's pretty cool. But I'm just like, why would you keep kids away from their father? That is just selfish. And then the whole time you're like, you don't need to look into this. You don't need to know why this is happening. You don't need to try to figure out who the real man you are. Just be happy with the man that you became, and know that I still love you no matter if you're Jake or Jason. I still love you no matter what. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You knew it was Jason. You knew it was Jason this whole time, and you kept him away from his family, and now you're still trying to do it. Writers, stop making her out to be this selfish little bitch and making me feel sorry for her damn kids. Oh, and I don't have a picture of Jocelyn, but if you're going to update Jocelyn, writers, us fans are not stupid. We know how things work. If you're going to update Jocelyn and make her older, then guess what? You're going to have to make Cam, Spencer, Emma, Jake, and Aiden. You're going to have to make them all grow up. Because Jocelyn, at one point, was dating Spencer. They were the same age. You make Jocelyn older, and you keep these kids, because you're like they're acting ability, then it's going to confuse people and be like, yeah, but Jocelyn and Spencer were once dating. So, kind of, sort of, they're friends, whatever. They should be the same age. Why is she older all of a sudden? It just wouldn't fit and make sense. If you didn't like the actor that was playing Jocelyn, then you shouldn't have picked her in the first damn place. Now, what else pisses me off is this whole, and I need to wrap this along because I got like 5 minutes to do so, is the Sunny, Avery, Ava situation. Why are the writers always having the judge pick the mothers? This isn't real life. In real life, the judges always pick the mother and be like, the mother gets the child, the mother gets the child. They never favor the father. They never consider the father, they never favor the father, they never pick the father to be a father to the kid. And I think that's bullshit. The father has all rights to the kid just as much as the mother. The father loves the kid just as much as the mother. And I think what the judge should do is say, Ava, you went behind Sonny's back and you recorded a conversation that you shouldn't have recorded, and it's invalid in the court of law. You should have not have done that. And even if we agree to this, we're going by what his other kids say, and we're going to pick him. Because, Judge, would you really consider leaving Ava or Avery in Ava's hands when she has a daughter, Kiki, who's sitting on the stand saying what a terrible mother she is, and you're still going to reward her with custody when her own daughter is saying bad things? You want Avery to grow up hating her mother and saying, you wouldn't let me see my father, so I'm done with you. Because Kiki never grew up with her father. She even lied about who her father was and tried to keep her away from her father. And she didn't get to know her father before her father died. That's not fair. You're going to do the same thing to Avery? Like, come on. Kiki even said, she stole my boyfriend and fucked him. Like, come on. Quit favoring the damn mothers. It's like, don't worry. Mothers do no wrong. I'm gonna get my child back. It's all good. But when it's the father's like, why do I even bother trying to take her to court to get custody of my kid, knowing I'm not gonna get it because the judge always favors the mother? Like, come on. This ain't real life. You can change that. Now, the whole Dante cheating on Lulu, stalking and everything, that Lulu, just forgive him already. Usually I say once a cheater, always a cheater. Don't take cheaters back when they cheat. What he did was disgusting, but I understand why he did it. You lied to him. You didn't trust him. You didn't tell him the truth. You made it look like that you and Dylan was going out of town together to be together when your grandmother called and said that you guys were not together, that you weren't there, and you lied about it. I mean, you should trust him enough, cop or not, trust him enough to know that he wouldn't cheat on you, or not cheat on you, that he wouldn't tell anybody about the real reason you were there was to save Lucky, not to hook up with Dylan. But he didn't know that, so he took, and you're like, yeah, but you could have asked me, you could have found out the truth before you did it. No, that's not how it works around in the real world. People get mad, people get upset, and they're like, oh, you cheated on me because you thought I was with Dylan. I understand why you cheated on me. You would never have done that if you knew the truth. Like, know your husband. Anyways, with that said, I need to get going because the clock is running out, as it looks like. So I will talk to you people later. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and I hope I get some comments. Bye-bye.